लाख की चूड़ियाँ. Badlu was the only person I like in this village the most because he used to give me the balls of lac to play. The foremost reason I liked while going to uncle's home was that while returning I used to get different colors of the lac which every child would have loved to play with. As far as the village is concerned, I can call him Badlu Mama, but I used to call him as Badlu Kaka, as every other child of the village used to call him. Badlu's home was on a distant height. In front of the home, there was a courtyard and a neem tree. Beneath the neem tree, he used to sit and make the log bangles. Nearby him, the batti used to ignite always. It was used to molten the log in order to prepare the bangles. Badlu used to roll on the wooden plank so as to lengthen it and form a bangle shape. You can see they were different shape of rods which has tapering on both the ends, and he used to roll them and polish them so that he can have as a good bangles. And one by one, when the complete 1 dozen is over, then only he used to color them up. He used to always sit on the old cot, and for years he has been sitting on them. There was a hookah place nearby in which at times he used to smoke. All afternoon, I used to come and sit nearby Badlu and spend time with him. He used to call me as Lalla. For hours, I used to sit and just watch how he is preparing the bangles. Badlu used to prepare at least 5-6 pairs of bangles each day. After preparing the bangles, he used to put on the balan, the tapering wooden block, and just watch as if he is watching some new bride's hand. Badlu was smith by profession, and it was his ancestral profession. And the making of lamb bangles by Badlu was very famous. The whole village people used to wear the bangles made by Badlu. Not only the village, the nearby village ladies also used to come and buy the bangles. But Badlu never used to sell his bangle for money. He used the barter system. Instead of the bangles, the people used to give him grains. And he was a very innocent fellow. I have never seen him quarreling. But yes, you can see him bargaining during the marriage season. He can give free of cost bangle to anyone, but for the bride's bangles, he never used to compromise on anything. I do remember a case in my uncle's marriage. He just started bargain. He never compromised, and he was just bargaining went to in this much sense that the people has to give so much of items to his wife, many clothes and grains, even pagdi to him. Then only they can compromise for that bangle. The bride's bangle pay must be so much of auspicious one. Apart from that, he used to get money also. The only thing that Badlu cannot withstand is the glass bangles. He never liked the ladies wearing the glass bangles. It irritates him much because he considers that as westernization, the urban style. He even argues with the ladies. To me, he will ask like, how am I? How are my people at home? How is the city life going on? I used to say him that in city, everyone used to wear the glass bangles. Then he says, city girls, their style itself is different. They used to hold a man's hand and just walk about. Their hands are very delicate. They cannot bear the lac bangles. Badlu used to take much care of me. Sometimes he used to reserve some butter from the milk of the cow that he possesses. Even the mangoes, daily I used to carry 2 3 mangoes back home. It was a very much nice time spent with Bablu. But what I like the most is every day at least one lark ball he used to preserve for me. Every vacation I used to come and visit my mama's home, uncle's home, and stay for 2 3 months and then return back to the school time. Once my father got transferred to a very distinct place. Then onwards, for years I couldn't go and visit my uncle's home. Maybe almost after 10 years, I went to my uncle's home, that village. And that was not my age, and I was not interested in the lac balls. So I even didn't remember about Badlu. As just I was passing through, I saw even the village girls and ladies were wearing glass bangles. Hardly I saw anyone wearing the lac bangles, and even I didn't pay much attention to it. The day I was thought about was when my cousin once fell down in the courtyard and the glass bangles had injured her. My uncle was not at home, so I only gave all the medicines, applied medicines, and then that evening I thought, okay, I should go and meet Badlu. And in the evening I just walked upon to his house. I found him lying on the front yard of his house. I went and told, Badlu Kaka, how are you? Badlu, he was just replied, okay, I am fine. And at a sudden, he sat up. He was just glancing at me and wondering who am I. I think he didn't recognize me. Then I said, I am Janardhanan Kaka. I introduced myself. Badlu was just sitting and as if he was peeling off the past. And then he said, oh Lala, how are you? After a long time you have come. As I got my seat, I told, yes, Kaka, for past many years I couldn't make it out. I answered while sitting. As I noticed, I couldn't see any the batti nor the stool on which he used to prepare the bangles. Then I asked, nowadays, are you not preparing any bangles? Badlu said, I haven't prepared bangles for many years. And now this is the time for all glass bangles. The industries know it very easily you can make the bangles. No one need the lac bangles anymore. Now even you can see, even for farming, the machines are used. Everything in machine made. Man has no values at all. But glass are very risky, it is very easily breakable. I said. Then Badlu, yes, glasses are very delicate. But then he started sneezing, and he was sneezing for a long time, as if he was having TB. He has grown old by now, and also weak. Badlu sensed what I was saying and he said, no TB and also normal cough. For past 15-20 days it is there. It'll go in another few days. Doesn't matter. Okay, then I was just gazing at him. I was just thinking that this missionary age has cut down hands of millions of people. What this revolution is ought to be. Then just to stop the silence I asked, what about the mangoes? Yeah, mango is good. We have lot of good mangoes. Meanwhile, I just forgot to give you. Hey Raju, kindly bring some mangoes for Lalla. Facing me, Badlu said, oh Lalla, I'm sorry, I just forgot to give you mangoes. Oh, it's okay, man. I had lot of mangoes this time. Oh, how can I leave you like that, Lalla? I recollected the days when he used to keep the cream for me. Then I asked, Badlu Kaka, what about the cows? Oh, how can I keep the cows now? How can I feed them? Meanwhile, Raju came with lot of mango with her. Seeing lot of mangoes, I said, I cannot have this much, Badlu Kaka. Oh, when I was in your age, I would have eaten 4 times much. No, no, you can have this. No, no, I cannot. Okay, Raju, you take some good Sinduri mangoes from it and give it to Lalla. You can have them. The Lajjo, while she was giving the selected mangoes to me, I just saw her arms. The whitish arms with the black bangles. How beautiful it was! It was amazing. The Badlu Kaka just saw me noticing it. Then he said, I prepared this is the last set of bangles that I prepared. It was for Jamindar's daughter. But they gave only 10 cents, so I refused to buy from the cities. I ate mangoes and just left. I was very happy that even after the defeat, Badlu is not going to give up. His character is not like the glass bangles, which are very delicate and will break off easily. Thanks for listening. Love Ki Chudiya.